Hello, Dajahau, Vanakkam. I am Muhammad Mohimin Putra bin Muhammad Hanafiah 25089. I will be explaining about the introduction of this network security project where we choose a company from Sri Iskandar named Ifix iDevice Repair Specialist. As denoted here, this company specializes in Apple products, repairs and spare parts, specifically iPhones. How they store their data in here? Pretty sure they have a classic filing database, and they also have digital database, which they have showed me personally back then when I used to do DIM. I chose the company as well. Um, we choose this company because it is rather a small and still a developing company. We can't we cannot compare it to Google, for example, because Google use a database, their own database. They made it themselves, called Big Table, if I'm not mistaken, lah. Because a small company like this could possibly be a target um, to hacking or data breach, because their security is not that strong and yet to be improved. Because yeah. Then where is it? Yeah. So the polar problem statement for this particular case, we chose this company, InfoFix. Let me show it. Boom, InfoFix here. It's closed now, but there we chose it. And the problem statement for this particular case is possibly of data being altered and manipulated by hackers. Um, no matter what company, big or small, they will be afraid of data breach and hackings. So we we um, we want that to be the problem statement. And the objective of this whole project is to visualize the situation in the packet tracer, uh, and we want to ensure that the data is uh, only to be viewed by the higher authority and not to be altered by the hackers. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ahmad Al-Azin and my ID number is 25116, and I'm going to talk about the firewall used in our company. So every business network is different. Every network firewall security is different. Network firewall is the first line defense for traffic that passes in and out of a network. The firewall examines traffic to ensure it meets the security requirements set by our company, and that an unauthorized access attempts will be blocked. The intention behind network firewall is that we filter internet transmission so that only traffic that belongs is allowed into the company. One of the major challenges that our company face when trying to secure data is finding the right tools for the job. For first step in finding the right firewall to protect our company data is to know what kind of firewalls is right for the company and is right for us. Therefore, our company decided to choose packet filtering firewalls. It's because it's basically create a checkpoint at a traffic router or switch. The firewall performs a simple check of data packet coming through the router, inspecting information such as the destination and origination IP address, packet type, port number, and other surface level information without opening up the packet to inspect its contents. The good thing about these firewalls is that it's very that is aren't very resource intensive. This means don't have huge impact on system performance and relativity relativity simple for us to use in our company. So that's all about the firewall used in our company, and thank you.
Hello and very good day. So today, um, I'm gonna explain more about the firewall of the server. Last video, my friend just have explained about the entire system or the entire network design. So I will explain more about the firewall that we implement inside the server. So firstly, our server is not configured out with any firewall yet. So we will ping the server. We will ping from any other devices into access into the server. So let's ping. So we ping to the address of the server, as you can see, 92.168.1.4. So as you can see, 4 packets have been sent and 4 packets have been received here, which means the packet is successfully travel from these devices into the server. But if you want to make the network system secure enough, we need to implement a firewall, where the firewall will restrict the ICMP protocol. So what is ICMP protocol? It basically an internet control message protocol. It is an error reporting protocol network devices. So it will generate error message to the source of IP address if there is any problems that the network have. So we're gonna set up the firewall at this server. So firstly, we're gonna action deny, and the protocol we choose will be ICMP, which is required to respond for the error message. It also provide some information for alright, so continue. So I have set up everything and we add. So after we add, alright, let's try to ping it again to the server if we can receive any response by the server back. Let's wait for their response. So as you can see, 4 packets or 32 bytes of data for each 8 bytes per packet is sent to the server, but all of the 4 packets doesn't receive well. As we can see, send 4 and receive 0. Why we lost 4? Because the server doesn't respond back. Okay, the server doesn't respond back to the any type of user that's want to access resource from the server like freely. So this is where the server is secure enough after we have implement the ICMP protocol. Alright, so after we implement ICMP protocol, a user that want to access the server cannot do it freely. Okay, their access is restricted by the command that we have set inside the server. So inside the server, okay, this one is deny ICMP protocol, but we need to add another protocol, and the actions should be allow. So protocol that we want to choose is IP. So the second types of layer that we want to add is for the purpose is so that any devices in this network can access or gain access to the server, but in terms of internet connections or the websites that the server provides. So we have set up the protocol for the ICMP, and the action is deny. So we try to access to the server using the any web browser. So we try to use any devices around the network that we want to send the data packet to request the web page. So web browser. So let's try. Alright, so as we can see, request timeout, which means that any devices cannot go through, cannot access the web page that this server hosts. So if you want to access the web page that this server hosts, you need to and at the same time you want to implement the protocol that deny any actions or response that give a response back to the user that want to access any resource of the server. So we need to build another layer, which is actions IP. Alright, then we add. So right now we have two layers, as you can see. So let's try back using any PC or any devices that you want. So I will try around here. So go to your browser and try to access the web page that the server hosts. Alright, as you can see, we can access to the web page, but let's try delete this IP protocol to see if it's really functioning. So going back to here and go. Alright, as you can see, request timeout, which means if you want to implement this type of one of the best defense mechanisms that we have, which is we deny the actions of the ICMP protocols, so that any devices that want to gain or want to ping the packets to the server will not get what they want, because the message or the protocol for the message back is blocked or denied. So they cannot have the access to the resource of a server. If you want to request any access, it will be denied. As you can see, if we ping to the server, back to the server, okay, request timeout, one packet have been rejected. Alright, one packet doesn't have good response back. Okay, so we send 4 packets which have 8 bytes each, so total 32 bytes. 32 bytes. So we finally receive 0, although we sent 4 and lost 4. Alright, so this proves that this ICMP protocol is the secure mechanism that we add into the server. But at the same time, if we want the user to access our web page that the server hosts, we need to implement the IP protocols, the second layer that we implement earlier. So finally, our server is implemented with 2 types of layer, which is the deny and allow. Alright, so if we need to implement 2 because they rely between each other. So a person can access to the web page of the server host, but the person cannot request any resources that the server has, or the server host. So that's all from me. Thank you very much for your attention.